Hello BookTube, welcome back to another Friday Reads video. Bit of a gloomy day today, so no sun shining in your face like last week. But anyway, I did finish another book. I finished reading Daughters of Block Island by Krista Carmen. It's another gothic tale. It follows two estranged sisters, Thalia the oldest and Blake the youngest one. Now Blake was given up at birth and she never grew up on Block Island, and she's recently discovered her birth certificate and who her birth mother was and where she lives, and the fact that she has a sister she knew nothing about. She's kind of looking to kind of connect with them, hopefully maybe develop a relationship, find out why she was given up, all the typical questions somebody who's been given up for adoption would have. So she travels to Block Island, does not get a warm reception. Things kind of go badly, and from there, that's like the first part of the story. The second part of the story is from Thalia's point of view, after she receives a letter from this estranged sister she knew nothing about, and goes to return back to Block Island, where she left kind of, as soon as she could, you might say. She didn't have a really great relationship with her mother, who always seemed kind of distant, but she goes back to kind of confront her mother about this sister she never knew about, and gets kind of embroiled in this whole story of the events that happened to Blake while she's on the island, and these hidden secrets. It has all the really good gothic feel to it, this large kind of house, the setting of it, what's beneath the house, the secrets hidden from her mother, and it just has a really good deep mystery that just kind of culminates and just kind of snowballs towards the end. And I thought it was really, really good. I hadn't heard of this author before, but I think I'll be checking in to see what other things she's written, because I was really enmeshed in this story, and yeah, highly recommend it. So what I'm currently reading, I will talk to you in just a moment. So I'm continuing with my audiobook, Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I'm probably, maybe about almost 3/4 to halfway through it, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's the one that's set in Nigeria around the 60s, and it's centered around Biafra's struggle to establish an independent republic, and it's just reaching that point now within the book where a coup is starting, and it's focused on like 5 main characters and how this particular moment in history is affecting their lives. And since I finished my last ebook, I picked up a new one, and I decided to kind of break away from some of the gothic thrillers I've been focused on since the beginning of the year and go back to my other favorite genre, which is cozy mysteries. And I just adore this cover. You're gonna love it when you see it. This is number 1 in I'll try and say this without, it's like a tongue twister. A Right Royal Cozy Investigation Mystery by Helen Golden. And this is book 1 in the series called Spruced Up for Murder. Isn't that adorable? This is Daisy. She's a little West Highland White Terrier, little character, quite a character in the story so far. And this one's set kind of in a contemporary times, but it features like an alternate royal family than the one, you're used to seeing in England. And it features our main character, Lady Beatrice. She's the niece to the current king, King James. And she's had a bit of a tragedy within her life, having lost her husband in a car accident. And there's some question, the press is all over it, about why there was this other woman in the car with him, and he wasn't where he was supposedly told the rest of the family he was at the time of their deaths. And this has always kind of been like lots of rumors as to what happened and what was going on between the two of them. And apparently some of that whole situation is touched on in a prequel novella called An Early Death, which I just realized it exists on Goodreads. So I might have to try and track that down. But it says that shouldn't be read on its own, because as I'm reading book 1 here, you're learning about that whole background of her and her husband's tragedy, and you can tell as you're reading this that it hasn't been summed up. There hasn't been any solution to that whole situation. So that is definitely a prequel that needs to be kind of read if you're going to read it at all with the rest of the series. And so far there's 5 books in the series. But I'm enjoying it. There's already a murder has turned up, and suspicions are kind of landing a little too close to home. And of course, her having been kind of in seclusion all these years since her husband's death, it's just starting to kind of come out. And now all of a sudden, another death is laid at her feet, and the press are all over it again. So, but anyway, I'm super enjoying it, and I'm just loving this little character here. But anyway, that's what I'm reading so far. Hope you guys are into something really good. I need some other genres to read. I don't know. It's like horror, literary fiction, some of my other favorite ones. But what are you guys reading? Let me know down below. Have a great Friday. Bye-bye.